Very pleasant good evening to all of you. Today, I would like to share some of my experiences with regarding to the um, ham radio operations involved with Rajiv Gandhi. You all may be knowing that late Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi was an ardent ham in which he was involved directly. uh, Rajiv Gandhi used to practice ham radio till his last date uh, during his journey from New Delhi to Visakhapatnam and Visakhapatnam to Perambur also. He used to carry a high frequency equipment in his special plane. He was having a aero mobile license. During 1984, when a cyclonic disaster caused devastation in the Nelluru, Kavali and adjoining areas, as Rajiv Gandhi at those days, he assumed office as a Prime Minister, he directly visited flood affected areas, undertook an aerial survey also. At that time, he announced that he is going to deploy ham radio operators for restoring communications, emergency communication network. Those days, the announcement directly came from the mouth of Prime Minister. It have a greater importance. Utmost priority has been given for ham radio operators and their operation, and their work was valid, in which most of our friends have participated. And in many occasions, I would like to share some of the experiences, like when Rajiv Gandhi in his last days undertake journey by his special aircraft, visiting many places of India. So we were all anticipating that Rajiv Gandhi is going to come. He was when he was in last days, he was merely a opposition leader, not in the power, and trying to come back. And we are also eagerly waiting that something miraculous will happen, and once again the ham Prime Minister will emerge as a ham radio operator will emerge as a Prime Minister, so that ham radio operators will be given top priority. One example I wanted to share, during those days of 1984 when Rajiv he emerged as Prime Minister, he was waived off all the duties, as a result of which one high frequency transceiver like FT757GX, a Japanese fully professional transceiver which was available ham radio operators just for 5,000 rupees. Can you imagine? With that equipment, you can have a world-class communication facility. Those days it was available for just 5,000 rupees. Many of our colleague hams like Malik Garu, V2MAL, all these hams have availed this facility, purchased of their own equipment. And so we were expecting such kind of things once again during his next tenure also, with the hope we were eagerly waiting with a bated breath. And we were helping Rajiv Gandhi as a communicators. So one example I wanted to share, Rajiv Gandhi, he contacted from his aircraft, and at those days I was working for National Staff Amateur Radio along with Shankaragar, V2HVR and with others, and we used to monitor the frequency is 14160, 14 megahertz, 160 kilohertz, and 14280. These are the two frequencies we have fixed to have a direct link with Rajiv Gandhi channel number 1 and channel number 2. 14150 is the channel number 1 and 14280 is the channel number 2. Only we, two of us, that is Rajiv Gandhi and ourselves, Shankar Agar and myself, were having idea about these frequencies. No others, and the others, whoever is involved with this operation, they are having the idea about these frequencies, but no others are having idea. And in one occasion, when Rajiv Gandhi was flying from New Delhi and then about to land in Gwalior, just he was forgotten to carry his suitcase and his bullet-proof jacket also. He informed us in turn. He told us to convey this message to New Delhi through the ham radio network, and so as to reach this message to his personal secretary, George. And we are having a ham radio station in New Delhi also, and we informed New Delhi ham radio station. In turn, the message was conveyed to George, and the rest of the things have taken care by the church. And one more occasion, and Rajiv Gandhi Garu, he was flying from New Delhi to Goa. He wanted to land in Goa Naval Airport, and at that time he was an ex-Prime Minister. He wanted to utilize the services of Naval Airport, and he wanted to have the permission. For that also, he needs some coordination. For this, he conveyed the message to us and requested us to pass this message to his personal secretary, private secretary, who was at the time in New Delhi. As an ex-Prime Minister, he was entitled to have the facility, and then message has been conveyed to his personal secretary, Mr. George. The rest of the things were done. We were all anticipating with a hope Rajiv Gandhi is going to emerge as Prime Minister again second time, and to hoping for some good things will happen for ham radio activity and ham. So, and in some other occasion, so like this, many occasions are there in which we ourselves also involved, and some other occasion, Rajiv Gandhi came to Andhra Pradesh to visit the cyclonic devastation places. 1990 May, a very big cyclone caused destruction and huge losses occurred. All the telecommunication lines were snapped, low-lying areas were marooned under a sheet of water. Communication facilities were totally disrupted, and as a part of our duty, ham radio operators, we plunged into the action and established the station like very big affected places like Nizamapatnam and other places are also. We are all Machilipatnam. We are proceeding to proceed Nagalanka, Vinigadda, Koduru, all these Divi places where normally a cyclonic storm causes heavy destruction and wreaks havoc and left a trail of destruction. We were on the way, landed into Vijayawada, and took some time, because we know that late Prime Minister along with the Chief Minister of Dadan Chief Minister, Mr. Channa Reddy Garu, he was with the Chief Minister, and in between we wanted to take some rest, and as well also after the late Prime Minister's program, ex-Prime Minister program, we want to continue our journey to Nagalanga, Avinagadda, Divisima and other places via Machilipatnam. And then at that time, we want, in fact, you all know, maybe knowing that Rajiv Gandhi is a ham radio operator. It is a facility for him. He likes this operation. We wanted to show him how ham radio operators are directly connected with the stations working in the field, how hams are working hard for passing the messages from the affected places. We wanted to show them. We wanted to give him a direct radio set to interact with the people who are working in the field. So, keeping these points in our mind, we have requested the collector Rajiv Sharma, the Krishna District collector Rajiv Sharma Garu, and requested him to give a permission so as to install equipment at the Gannavaram airport itself. But somewhat our proposal, our request has not been materialized due to the security aspects. So the collector expressed his inability for permitting us to install the ham radio equipment. So in turn, now we have given a thought to approach the ministers, the cabinet ministers at the time. Rose Garu, he was the finance minister, and Samarasimha Reddy Garu, he was revenue minister 1990, and we approached them. And we observed Rose Garu was moving from the inside the state guest house and outside many times to find out the movement of Rajiv Gandhi. In those days, the cell communication was not at all there. It is very difficult to get the information. And we observed the situation and how Rose Garu was struggling in going outside and inside of the guest house. We approached him, informed him, "Sir, please kindly make comfortable yourself. We are having a network, VHF, very high frequency communication network. Our ham radio volunteers are there taking up the position in different parts, right from Vijayawada bench circle to the PWD grounds where the state guest house is situated. For every 1 kilometer, we have ham operators, deployed ham operators. They are observing the movement of Rajiv Gandhi Garu. And as and when Rajiv's, the late Prime Minister V2RG, touches bench circle, the moment we will get that information through our radio operator, Korigi radio operator deployed in at that location, and subsequently information will be passed by the networking relay stations. We have various relations involved in that. Rajiv is a ham, so it is really all hams are excited to have a direct interaction with him. It's an opportunity for us. So we convinced him somehow, and please make comfortable yourself. We'll give the information, prior information, at least 10 minutes in advance about the movement of Rajiv Gandhi, so that accordingly you can go outside and receive the late Prime Minister Rajeev Gandhi and Chief Minister and other dignitaries without having any problem. And then this message has conveyed Rose Garu. He was immediately has given his consent. Rose Garu and Samarasimha Reddy, here they have given us an opportunity, but strictly told us that all these things have to be completed 15 minutes of time. Installing a high frequency equipment with the antenna support and all, a live antenna, the time is very, very less. But we are having an experience working in the disasters in such a short time, and one person went upstairs of the state guest house and installed the equipment. Another person arranged the equipment in the inside of the guest house, state guest house, where Rajiv Gandhi was going to stay. And by the way, we ourselves also have been accommodated in the same guest house in some other room. Since we are coming from Hyderabad and taking a transit point, and thus permission was granted by Rose Garu and Samarsimha Reddy for installing ham radio equipment in the state guest house, in the room where Rajiv Gandhi Garu is going to stay few hours. And in 10 minutes time, it hardly took 10 minutes to make all the arrangements, and we have adjusted the antenna SWR 1:1, the minimum level, and taken a trial call with the stations working for the disaster, like the stations in Nizamapatnam and other places. In Nizamapatnam, BU2 PHR was operating. We have given a straight away call and exchanged the signal reports. After getting satisfactory level of reports, and we are ready, and then waiting for Rajiv Gandhi's arrival with the Chief Minister Channareddy Garu. At the same time, actually, in fact, we were also given accommodation in the same state guest house in some other room, while we are coming from Hyderabad directly to Avinigadda, and take a transit point, take a bit of stay. Once after completion of the trip of Rajiv Gandhi's and State Chief Minister Channareddy Garu's trip, we want to proceed to the affected places for arranging the equipment, like the places like Avinigadda, Nagalanka and Koduru, to cover all these places. But the rest of the places like Nizampatnam and all the other places, already stations were functioning in Machilipatnam. Apart from this, to cover the additional stations, we were on a move to go, but in between we stayed there in the state guest house. And then after completion of the antenna, we were eagerly waiting for Rajiv Gandhi's arrival. And at the same time, the urban SP, Superintendent of Police, K.S. Vasugaru, was also there, moving here and there, taking all the security arrangements. Initially, he was a bit confused by seeing us with walkie-talkies and special microphones wearing. Those days, these type of equipments were not much familiarized, and he was having a doubt whether to clarify. He was a bit of confusion that these people are for local people, or otherwise coming from New Delhi, apart from the Rajiv Gandhi's some security people or something like that. He was confused. After waiting for some time, he asked us to know about more us. Simply we have replied, we are ham radio operators. After listening our answer, he removed his hat and scratched his head with relaxation. And after getting clearance, clarified from our answer, relaxed a lot. And then we are all waiting for Rajiv. At last Rajiv entered into the room along with the Chief Minister. and comfortably Rosegar is also comfortable with our communication service. Just only 2 minutes prior to Rajiv Gandhi's arrival, he went outside and received the dignitaries and then accompanied to the room. Rajiv was surprised seeing the equipment, ham radio equipment. It reminds me of his old hobby, and he was very, very happy. Straight away went to the radio set and started his operation and giving a call anybody on the frequency, this is a V2 Romeo Golf, like this. He started giving a call, and then immediately by the time Rajiv Gandhi has given a call, all the people are awaiting for his call. The radio operator like V2 PHR Hanumantrao garu from Yeluru, actually he was working at the time from Nizampatnam, braving all the odds. Once his antenna was damaged fully, and again somehow made it all right, and then after rectifying it, and then he was successfully came on the air. He replied instantly to Rajiv Gandhi's call and narrated the ordeal facing by the people of Nizampatnam and how the officials are helping them with the coordination of ham radio operators. And then Rajiv felt very happy, and in the similar manner he contacted other stations also. It has given immense satisfaction. Rajiv Gandhi could able to communicate ham radio operators working in the field at the ground level and directly interacted and got first-hand information and satisfied with all the arrangements and all the facilities that are being done by the officials. Very much impressed. And Channa Reddy garu also very much satisfied and surprised the way Rajiv Gandhi was able to communicating with other radio operators through the handset, and then immediately instantly he has announced that he is going to develop ham radio on the World Bank project. So like this, it was a wonderful experiences working with Rajiv Gandhi garu and closely observing him from very near, and then and this is the only one photograph. Rajiv Gandhi, many of us knows that Rajiv Gandhi is a ham, but no other photo was available Rajiv's with the ham radio equipment. And still this is the only one photograph that is available even in the net also. Even if you browse through internet, you will get this picture only. All these things, all the story behind the this photograph is like this. With this, just I'm feeling once again those moments, remembering those moments and happiest moments in which we have ourselves involved very closely. And in this whole operation, myself, B2 RDM and B2 HVR, Shankar Rao garu, P. Shankar Rao garu, late P. Shankar Rao garu, and Sachinand garu, our colleague radio operator, B2 DSV, three of us were there involved in this operation. Of course, other radio operators are also given their support through the VHF walkie-talkies. But three of us in a record time installed equipment, interacted with Rajiv Gandhi, and thus it was our experiences. With this, I say goodbye, and I would like to meet you with some other experience. With this, VU2 RDM, Ramesh Babu Arja, signing off, 73. Bye for now.